All right, and then last question we have here. The high price of medicines is a source of major expense for those seniors in the United States who have to pay for these medicines themselves. A random sample of 250 seniors who pay for their medicines shows that they spent an average of $7,200 last year on medicines with a standard deviation of $1,800. Make a 98% confidence interval for the corresponding population mean. So Z or T? Let's ask that here. Z or T. So how is our standard deviation given to us? So let's take a look. We have a sample. Within the sample, we're given a standard deviation. So if I'm given a random sample and within the sample, I have a standard deviation, that's going to be T. Okay, so this is a T. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. So we've got an X bar. So our sample mean is 7,200, how much they spent on average. We have a sample standard deviation of 1,800. We have a sample size of 250 seniors. And we want a 98% confidence interval. So our alpha, 0.98. Okay, so let's go ahead and find the T value that we want to use. So we're going to go 1 minus our alpha divided by 2. So let's see, that's going to be, sorry about that, 1 minus 0.98 divided by 2, 0.01. So 0.01 is going to be what we're looking up our significance level. And then our degrees of freedom, our sample size is 250. So 250 minus 1, 249. So that's a big one. If I look that up in the standard T table, let me see where it is here. I think it's up here. Pull that down. Okay, so 0.01, and I don't get a 249 in there. I've got a 1,000. I've got a 2.326 corresponding Z, so it's going to be close, somewhere between there. Like I said in our previous video, you can use a T calculator online. So if I come over here, this T calculator, I've got a degrees of freedom of 249 and a significance level of 0.01. Let's see what that gives us. So one-tailed, we already did the divided by 2 to get one-tailed, so 2.3414. All right, so that's what we're going to use for our T value here. And let's go ahead and find this confidence interval. So first thing we need for the confidence interval is the margin of error. So our margin of error is going to be the T times the standard deviation over the square root of the sample. So that is going to be 2.3414 times, let's see, 1,800 over the square root of 250. So let's get that value. So 1,800 divided by the square root of 250 times 2.3414. So 266.55. Okay, so our margin of error is 266.55, and our confidence interval is going to be given by X bar plus or minus our margin of error. So our X bar is 7,200, and we're going to go plus or minus our margin of error, 266.55. So 7,200 minus 266.55, so 69.3345. And then 7,200 plus 266.55, 74.66.55. Okay, so this is our confidence interval. Let's go ahead and check that in our calculator. So we're going to go to Stat, Tests. We want a T interval, and we want stats highlighted. Our X bar, 7,200. standard deviation 1800, sample size 250, confidence level 98. And there we go, 6933.4, 76.6. So we are good to go there.